Oh, welcome to Drinks with Ron. I'm Ron. I've got a drinker on my hands here. See, you may have noticed the shelf behind me here. This is the aging cellars here at Third Generation Brewing. And I had this rather large Grolsch type bottle on a shelf on a wine rack, kind of, tilted downward. And I noticed last night that it was kind of foaming right from under the grommet, which is never a good sign. So I thought, man, I relieved a little bit of pressure because if one of these fucking Grolsch bottles with that thick glass explodes, it's going to be like a goddamn grenade. So I vented a little pressure, threw it in the fridge, and I thought, I'll drink it today, which is good because I have no idea what it is. This is either the Sammy Sosa or I believe it's a blueberry wheat. It could possibly be the Daryl Strawberry. But let's find out together, shall we? Holy monkey fuck. I think I'm blind. God, and that's after I vented the pressure last night. Holy Moses. I think I almost pooped. That is... Oh, balls. That is not what you want to see right there. It is not a wheat. It is not a fruit beer. I don't think it's good for snorting. My advice, do not snort the beer. Probably most things you shouldn't snort. Just, that's probably the safe way to put it. But I think this may be a bottle of County K. If I can smell it without trying to breathe it. Whatever it is highly carbonated and it's going to be a while. So thankfully, I had a backup beer. This one's been sitting out for a few hours. Might sound disgusting to you, but hey, put a lot of work into these fucking beers and I'm not just going to throw it away because it sat out for a while. Alright? You got a problem with that? Take it up with a beer shelf. Spent all day rearranging it. You may notice my, that's how I do Post-its. The funny thing about these actual Post-its I have, I got them from 3M. Of course, everybody gets their Post-its from 3M because that's who makes them, right? But no. I got these sent to me by 3M. Tell you a little story. I was up in La Crosse. My family came up for a visit. We're a bunch of crazy bastards. Oh my God. Well, I'll back it up even further. Here's what happened. See, there was this bar that used to be in town. It is no longer there. But one of the bartenders was a lady who, let's just say that promiscuity was assumed by the people. I'm not gonna say whether or not that's true, but what had happened was somebody went into the women's bathroom and said this bartender, whatever her name is a whore and a bad bartender. Well, what do? Somebody writes on your bathroom in a Sharpie and you work there. So what? You can't go right on the bathroom with a Sharpie because that's defacing your own place. So she did what any red-blooded American would do and put a Post-it note up and basically said, I am not a bad bartender. I thought it was pretty fucking hilarious. So my family comes up and we're doing this thing where we're throwing Post-it notes on everything. We spent all day Post-it noting each other, including one point we got backed up on Highway 16. 4 lanes of traffic, dead standstill. So we jumped out of the car and started Post-it noting the other cars in my family, including right on the windshield. So traffic got moving. We hit 40, 50, 55. They stayed on. Hit the windshield wipers. They stayed on. 60 full miles an hour with the windshield wipers running, and those Post-it notes stayed stuck to the windshield. So I had to write Poster 3M and say, hey fellas, just so you know, in case you haven't done the work, these things are good to 60 plus, and windshield wipers don't do shit. Just thought you might want to know. What a great product. So they sent me a little envelope with a handful of Post-it notes, and I'm still using them. Keeping my beer organized, because Huh? Look at that. So, I guess I'll quit talking about my beer and I'll drink some of it. Oh, that thing's calmed down a little. So, it's going to be a long night of drinking beers I recently found, so I better get to it. So for Drinks with Ron, I'm Ron, signing off.